Congressman Tim Burchett. Good morning to you, Congressman. So is the Biden administration pushing the right message here when it comes to Israel? You have the president trying to appease the pro-Hamas crowd, those that we see protesting and blocking bridges every single day. But then you see him also standing by Israel in the sense that it's our biggest ally in the Middle East.
Well, first of all, these are paid protesters, and it's pretty pathetic that the president has to read those statements to make sure that he includes the hostages that Hamas has taken, which have obviously been forgotten by this White House, but the American people haven't forgotten, and they haven't forgotten that some of those hostages are American citizens. But this is a complete failure on his part. Honestly, we didn't see this kind of thing under Trump. We didn't have these wars. We weren't worried about the terrorists like we are now. They float over our border. And to show just the deflection that they've done, you know, you had Chairman Ray that was testifying before a committee last week, and he talked about how that we needed to pass FISA for national security, yet he forgot about our southern border, which is just a piece of Swiss cheese right now. This is just a total collapse of any type of foreign engagement by this White House, and we'll continue to see this kind of activity, I believe, until he's out of the White House. And the Golden Gate Bridge situation, those are just paid protesters. Somebody's got their checkbook out. And I'll tell you, you know where you don't see this? You don't see this in the great state of Tennessee. We don't put up with this nonsense down here.
No, it's a great point. And they're doing this during rush hour deliberately, by the way. The California traffic is bad anyway. Imagine if the Golden Gate Bridge is shut down in both directions. Congressman, I want to play you a soundbite. This is Speaker Mike Johnson, who it appears, you know, he went down to Mar-a-Lago, met with Donald Trump in person over the weekend. It appears his job is safe as House Speaker. And this week he expects to move forward with multiple aid packages, one for Israel, one for Ukraine. Take a listen.
We have terrorists and tyrants and terrible leaders around the world like Putin and Xi and in Iran, and they're watching to see if America will stand up for its allies and in our own interest around the globe, and we will. We will vote on the Israel aid, on the aid to Ukraine, on the aid to the Indo-Pacific, and then another measure that has our national security priorities included. And every member ultimately will be able to vote their own conscience on all of these matters, and everyone will have an opportunity to weigh in and bring the amendments that they think are suitable.
All right, Congressman, where are you if those two bills hit the floor this week, Ukraine and Israel?
Of course, I'm not going to vote for any more funding for Ukraine, $116 billion. We could have built the wall, I believe, 6 times. We could have fixed the Flint, Michigan lead situation a dozen times probably. I think we could give every homeless veteran $1 million in this country, the money we spent on Ukraine. And here it is, tax day, and this is where we're at. They've got enough. It's Europe's war. Let them fight it. Of course, we support Israel. The Iron Dome prevented a world war because it actually stopped the missiles and the drones before they hit Israel, and of course with our help of knocking those down. So I support Israel, but the rest, Ukraine, they need to go somewhere else. We need to focus our priorities on our own problems and our own border.
Yeah, 4 bills there, all for foreign aid. It doesn't seem like the priorities are really in order right now.
No, and that's what you're going to continue to see. You know, we've sent enough bills over to the Senate, yet you all are about the only ones that focus on that. The things we've done could have fixed some of these problems already, and now we're playing catch up, and it's really unfortunate, especially with this funding situation. We're $35 trillion in debt. We add $1 trillion every 100 days to our debt.
Yeah.
We need to start worrying about our own problems, and some of these other folks need to start dealing with their own problems instead of relying on our checkbook.